Welcome to my class, my dear student. This is Anwar and Sadat Molla, Instructor Non-Tech English, Rangpur Polytechnic Institute. Today we will discuss about transformation of sentences. Transformation of sentences is a very important topic, in English grammar. So you have to attentive in class. First of all, what is transformation? Transformation means change the sentence from one form of sentence to other without changing its meaning. If you change your meaning, it will not transformation of sentence, but it is the sense of sentence. But when you have to make it transformation of sentence, you cannot change the meaning of the sentence. Without changing the meaning of the sentence, we have to change it, or you have to convert it from one sentence to another. So that means transformation of sentences means change the sentence from one form to other without changing the meaning. Without changing the meaning, you have to change it. You have to confirm your attendance in the Google form. The link I have already given. Now you have to change negative to affirmative. If you are given a negative sentence, we have to make it affirmative. We have to ask to make it affirmative. So how can we change it? Negative to affirmative sentence and vice versa, and affirmative to negative, that means vice versa. It is very common. Sentences can be transformed from affirmative or positive meaning, or affirmative to or positive meaning to negative, and also you can make it affirmative to negative, negative to affirmative. I have to follow some rules for transforming the sentence into affirmative to negative or negative to affirmative. Now, first of all, when you get an affirmative sentence with only, you have to convert it into negative by using non-but. When it is a person, first person, second person, or third person, that means anybody, then you can use non-but instead of only. You can make it negative by using non-but if the sentence is used only, and the only means person, then you can use non-but. Look at the example. Only you are fit for the post. Only you are fit for this post. Only here you means a person. So you can change it non-but you are fit for the post. Instead of only, we use non-but. Look at the second sentence. Only a fool would think that way. Non-but a fool would think that way. Only is a person, so instead of only we use non-but. In the second rules, you see as soon as. If you have a sentence with as soon as, this is Anwar and Sadat, Instructor Non-Tech. If you have a sentence with as soon as, then we have to convert it by using sooner than, no sooner had than, in this way. As soon as is a positive or affirmative word. If you want to make it negative, you have to use no sooner and then. Look at the example. As soon as we reached the station, the train arrived. No sooner did we reach the station than the train arrived. No sooner did we. No sooner is the negative form of as soon as. So we have used no sooner. In the next sentence, as soon as we finished our dinner, we went to bed. As soon as we finished our, as soon as is the affirmative form, its negative form is no sooner. No sooner had we finished our dinner, then we went to bed. No sooner than. No sooner than. You have to mind it. Must. The word must can be replaced if you want to make it negative, cannot but or cannot help. When you use cannot help, you have to use verb plus ing with it. Must is the affirmative word. If you want to make it negative, you have to use cannot but or cannot help. Cannot but or cannot help. Look at the example. We must obey our parents. We must obey our parents. Here, must is the affirmative sentence, affirmative word. So you have to make it negative by using cannot but or cannot help. We cannot but obey our parents. We cannot but obey our parents. If you use help, you have to use verb plus ing with it. We cannot help obeying our parents. So if you get a sentence, affirmative sentence with must, if you want to make it negative, you have to convert must into cannot but or cannot help. If you use cannot but, you have to use the present form of verb, and if you use cannot help, you have to use verb plus ing form. We must obey our parents. Negative, we cannot but obey our parents. We cannot help obeying our parents. Now, if you get both in your sentence, both, the word both, dot dot and, you can replace it by not only but also. Not only but also. If you get both, you have to use not only. Look at the example. Both Dolon and Dola were excited. Both. You get both. So you have to convert it into negative by using not only. Now negative, not only Dolon but also Dola. Not only Dolon but also Dola were present. Both Dolan and Dola were excited. You get both in this sentence, so you have to make it negative by using not only but also form. Not only Dolan but also Dola were present or excited. Were excited, sorry, not present but excited. The next slide, 2 dot dot 2. If you get 2 dot dot 2 in your affirmative sentence, if you get two or two in your affirmative sentence or even simple sentence, you have to convert it negative or complex. Negative or complex. Here we are discussing about negative sentence. So if you get in the affirmative sentence 2 dot dot 2, you have to convert into affirmative by using so dot dot that. If you get 2 dot dot 2 in your affirmative sentence, if you want to make it negative, we have to use so dot dot that formula. Now the example is, she is too weak to walk. She is too weak to walk. This is a affirmative sentence. She is too weak to walk. If you want to make it negative, you have to use so dot dot to that formula. She is so weak. Before the adjective we use so. That, the conjunction that, she can't walk. She can't walk. That means she cannot walk. She is too weak to walk. You have to convert into negative. You have to use she is so weak that she cannot walk. Look at the next example. The poem is too easy to need an explanation. Here too is used before an adjective. To is used before a verb. The poem is too easy to an explanation. Too. You get too. So you have to use so that. This poem is so easy. This poem is so easy that it doesn't need an explanation. In the same way, it is raining too hard for us to go out. It is raining so hard that we can't go out. If you get unless, if you get if in your sentence, if is the affirmative form. If is the affirmative form. If is the affirmative form. If you want to make it negative, you have to use unless. You have to use unless. If he comes, I will go. If he comes, I will go. If you want to make it for negative, you have to use unless instead of if. Then you get the sentence, unless he comes, I would not go. So how to get? If you get if in your affirmative sentence, you have to make it negative and then you have to use unless. If he comes, this is affirmative, I will go, affirmative, so you have to make it negative, you have to use unless. Unless he comes, I would not go. In the same way, the next sentence is, if you do not work hard, you will fail. Unless you work hard, you will fail. In this way. By changing the degree of adjective, we can make affirmative to negative. Transform an affirmative sentence into negative by using the changing of adjectives of degree. And the same way, affirmative to negative, negative to affirmative, in the same way, vice versa. Bangalore is cleaner than Kolkata. Kolkata is not so cleaner as Bengaluru. So you have to use the affirmative form. That means the degree of comparative cleaner, you have to make it positive degree. For make it negative. Bangalore is cleaner than Kolkata is comparative degree. If you want to make it a negative sentence, you have to make it a positive degree. Kolkata is not so clean as Bengaluru. All subjects are equally important. No subject is more important than the other. Changing of the degree. In this way, you can change affirmative to negative or negative to affirmative. Now, negative using opposite word. By using opposite words, sometimes we can change negative to affirmative, affirmative to negative by negative word or positive word. He is a careless man. He is a careless man. The sentence is affirmative. If you want to make it negative, then you have to use opposite word of careless. Now, the answer is he is not a careful man. Careless, opposite word is careful. So, if you want to make it negative, you cannot change the meaning of the sentence. So, you have to use some opposite word. He is a careless man. He is not a careful man. Please keep silence. The next example is please keep silence. If you want to make it negative, then you can make it in this way. Please don't make sound. Keep silence is the opposite of make sound. So we have to make it affirmative to negative in this way. Please keep silence. You can convert it into negative in this way. Please do not make sound. Negative using interrogative. Sometimes you can make negative sentence using interrogative sentence also. She is a good singer. Isn't she a good singer? She was not present there. Was he present there? In this way. Negative use not only but also. We have already discussed it. Both. If you get both, you can use not only but also. Now, some miscellaneous negative sentences. It is pity he did not win the prize. It is a pity. Did not win. You have to make it affirmative. You can use he failed. Did not win. Did not win. Failed. Opposite word. That means the same word failed, meaning did not win. Never again will we have class together. We can use in this way. This is the last time we are having class together. So, student, you have to practice in your classes, in your home for the class. You know, our class will begin soon. Then you have to make class face to face. Until you have to practice in your classes how to have teach you in the online class. All the classes you have to practice more and more in your home, so that you can face the face to face class with your teacher easily. And you have if you have any problem, you have to comment in your comment box, and you have to ensure your attendance in the Google form what I have given for the class of English. It will work only during the classes, and for you I have give some more time. That means 1 hour, only 1 hour. Within an hour you have to make ensure the attendance in the Google form. Only a fool would think that way. Thank you for listening me. So stay home, stay safe, and try to free from COVID. Thank you all.